drivers, Roy from Zonar here. Hey, today I want to talk to you about special duty statuses. A special duty status is something you can do on your ELD, kind of like setting your duty status, but these duty statuses, these special ones, are allows you to drive. You actually drive your vehicle without affecting either your drive time or your on-duty time. You've got personal conveyance for that. That's an off-duty status, where you're just off-duty and you can drive home or whatever. And then, but there's also yard moves, which allows you to move around in a yard. Say you're in a big warehouse facility where you got to move to several different doors, and it doesn't mess up your drive time. So we're going to do a little yard move today. I'm headed to a warehouse, so I'm going to demonstrate a little yard movement and have some fun. Have some fun with some personal conveyance, if I can speak this correctly. All right, we're coming up to this yard now where this warehouse is here. So once I get off the road here, I'm going to change to yard moves. So I'm trying to preserve all the drive time I can get. All right. I'm here. Now let's change my duty status. Now, yard moves is an on-duty status. So I'm going to go to the on-duty and yard moves. Apply. Oops, I forgot to leave a note. And now we're in yard moves, and you can see indicated by the little YM on the screen there. So now I can move around the yard, and it's not going to trigger my drives. And as long as I keep it under 20 miles an hour, it's not going to mess my drive up. So I'm going to go up here and see what which dock door I'm going to get, and we'll go from there. All right, well, I'm loaded now. I'm going to take this load back to the yard. So I don't really have to do anything to my ELD. Once I exceed 20 miles an hour, it's going to kick me right back in the drive. So let's just take off back to the yard, and we'll talk some more about yard moves. Well, while we're on the subject of yard moves, Zonar has a feature available to our customers that allows you to have your own yard, what's called geofenced, where the GPS unit on your ELD senses when you enter your yard. So when you come in your yard, it's going to prompt you, do you want to go into yard moves, yes or no? And so we're coming into our yard here in just a second, and I can show that to you. It's really handy.
You have entered a yard. Do you want to change to yard moves? This road is restricted. Always obey locally posted regulations.
Alrighty then. So now we're in yard moves. So now I can move about in my yard. I don't have the 20 mile an hour restriction if I'm inside this yard. Also, the one big difference in this type of yard move setting is that if I turn off the engine and start it up again, it'll prompt me, do I want to stay in yard moves? Now, if you're at a warehouse outside of your yard and you put in yard moves, you turn off your engine and turn it back on, well, then it's gonna be automatically an on-duty status. So just remember that when you're in your own yard and you have this feature turned on, it'll remind you if you want to stay in yard moves. Outside of your yard, you turn your engine off, turn it back on, you're going to be automatically on duty. So if you have to move from door to door at a huge warehouse facility, just keep that in mind. Make sure you stay in yard moves, and then it's not going to mess up your drive time. So, well, we're back in our yard, and I want to take a lunch. So what I can do, I'm allowed to take my truck to my lunch break. So what I will use now is personal conveyance. Since I'm off duty, I can go into personal conveyance and go grab a burger or something. So let's go back to our duty status page. And it's an off-duty status, personal conveyance. And it's lunchtime. So now I can go grab something to eat real quick. You drivers with, obviously I've got a box truck if you haven't noticed yet. But if you're driving tractor trailer, say you drop your trailer back in your yard, you say, hey, I'm going to take a lunch or whatever, you can do it on personal conveyance. Now, one thing to keep in mind, drivers might think that you can use that part of, you can say you're going to take your 30-minute break and you want to use personal conveyance to go grab a burger. You can do that, but you can't include the personal conveyance drive time in your 30-minute break. It's a little sticky part, but yeah, you can't do that. You can use your personal conveyance, or I'm going to call it PC from now on. Use PC to get to wherever you're going to go to grab a burger, take a break, whatever. Take your 30 minutes there, and then run PC back to your trailer, and you're fine. Now you can, though, use it as part of your 10 hours off and also part of your 34 hours off. Say if like you owner operators that will take your truck home. It's basically your car. You're off duty and you're taking your truck home. That's how you get home. Yes, that's part of your 10 hours off. That's part of your 34. You just can't use it as part of your 30-minute rest break. So well, I'm going to grab lunch, and I think that's about it for today. So drivers, you be safe out there. We're all dependent on you. Take care.